Hello once again, and welcome to Daleville Lady Bronco basketball on Daleville Athletics. We're coming to you tonight from Daleville High School, where the Lady Royals of Eastern Hancock invade Bronco Gymnasium to take on the Lady Broncos in a Mid-Eastern Conference contest this evening, with this being the last home game of the season for Daleville, also senior night. Before we look at the matchups, I will let you know that the Lady Royals of Eastern Hancock were victorious over our Lady Broncos in the JV contest by the score of 40-24. Eastern Hancock, they're coached by Sherry Dow. They entered tonight's game with a record of 9-9 overall, 4-3 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. And the Lady Royals entered tonight's game having dropped 5 of their last 6 contests, 2 of those being conference losses, one to Blue River on December the 20th and the other to Monroe Central on December the 22nd. They did beat 4A Greenwood on the 29th of December, and their most recent loss came at Waldron this past Tuesday evening. Daleville's coached by Ashley Faust. They are 10-8 overall. They're 2-5 in Mid-Eastern Conference play, and Lady Broncos entered tonight's game fresh off a 41-38 victory over Madison Grant this past Tuesday evening. Prior to that, Daleville split a pair of games with Cowan, winning the first on January the 4th by a 43-35 score, then falling to the Lady Bronco Blackhawks, 41-24 in the opening round of the Delaware County Tournament on January the 8th. The Lady Broncos will look to build some momentum tonight as sectional play is just a couple weeks away. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get you the starting lineups. This is Lady Bronco basketball on Daleville Athletics. Here are your starting lineups for tonight's contest. First for the visiting Lady Royals of Eastern Hancock. Starting at one guard is number 10, Allie Spalding. She's 5'7". She averages 4 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2 assists per contest. At another guard is Haley Best. She's 5'2". She wears number 15. She averages 10 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per contest. At a third guard is Jocelyn Duncan. She's 5'6". She wears number 33. She averages 13.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per contest. And at one forward is number 2, Chloe O'Neill. She's 5'7". She averages 5.3 points a game, 3.5 rebounds a game, and 1 assist per contest. And at the other forward is number 44, Jenna Smith. She's 5'9". She averages 9 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists per contest. For the Lady Broncos this evening, the same lineup that they had much of the year. One guard is Mackenzie Walker. She's the lone senior who was honored earlier this evening. She wears number 5. She averages 10.6 points a game, 4.5 rebounds a game, and 3.5 assists per contest. At a second guard is Ashlyn Craig. She wears number 14. She's a junior. She averages 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists per contest. At one forward is Malia Walker. She wears number 10, she wears number 13. She's a sophomore, averaging 4 points, 3.5 rebounds, and 2 assists per contest. And we're going to interrupt our lineup here to hear the national anthem, and then we'll conclude that. The other forward for Daleville is number 23, Heather Potler. She's a sophomore. She averages 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 1.5 assists per contest. And in the middle is Audrey Voss. She's a freshman. She wears number 30. She averages 7.5 points and 5.5 rebounds per contest. So again, the starters for Daleville: Mackenzie Walker at a guard, Ashley Craig at a guard, Malia Walker at one forward, Heather Potler at the other forward, and Audrey Voss in the middle. We will take another break and be back with the opening tip-off. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School. We're just about ready to get things started. The Lady Royals have taken the court, as have the Lady Broncos. Stepping in to jump it up for Eastern Hancock will be number 44, and that is Jenna Smith. They're also going with number 33, Duncan, number 10, Spalding, number 15, Best, and number 2, O'Neill. Jumping it up for the Broncos will be number 23, Heather Potler. Broncos also go with Mackenzie Walker, Malia Walker, Ashley Craig, and Audrey Voss. Fisher steps in, tosses it up, and the tap is controlled by the Lady Royals. Up with it quickly for Eastern Hancock is Duncan. She has it left wing, drives left baseline. She's cut off. We got a whistle and a foul against the Lady Broncos. Looks like they're going to get Malia Walker. Eastern Hancock triggers in out of bounds. Spalding looking, gets it in. They get it outside to Best. Best launches a 23-footer. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound cleared off by Mackenzie Walker of Daleville. Walker into the front court, working against the Eastern Hancock man-to-man. They work it around the perimeter near side. It comes to Potler. She gets it out on top to Voss. Voss's three-pointer's up and good. Audrey Voss buries the three-pointer from the top of the key to make it a 3-0 Lady Bronco lead here in the early going. Broncos pick up in some half-court 1-3-1 trap with it. Potler out on top, so on defense. Out on top for the Royals is a three-point attempt, which is good by Duncan. Knocks things up at 3 apiece. The Royals also picking up in three-quarter court pressure. Craig with it into the front court, being trapped. Goes high right side to Walker. Walker goes high post to Voss. Voss gets it back out to Walker. Walker drives, puts up a runner. It's up, no good, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul's going to go against number 10, Allie Spalding. It's her first, team's first. Mackenzie readies that first free throw. It's up and good. Mackenzie's second one rattles around, won't go. Rebound's cleared off by Smith of Eastern Hancock. She gets it up quickly to Best. Best coming up the left sideline, has it knocked out of bounds by Craig. Lady Royals will retain possession. They'll trigger it in front of the Bronco bench. Duncan gets the ball into Spalding. She kicks it out on top to Best. Best, high left side to Spalding, now high post, and they kick it out on the left wing to Duncan. Her three-pointer's up and good. Makes it a 6-4 Lady Royal lead. Craig with it now to Walker. Walker now to Craig into the front court. She goes down the right baseline to Voss. Her 15-foot jumper's no good. Rebound loose, fought for, cleared off by Smith. Smith gets it off to Best, who tries to go down inside to Duncan, but it's kicked. It'll be Lady Royal possession underneath their own basket. Spalding will trigger it in. 6-4 your score, 6:30 to go, quarter number one. They get the ball inbounds the near side here to Best. Best working against the Bronco 2-3 zone. Goes high left side to Spalding into the high post and back out to Best. Her long three-pointer is short, but with the rebound to Spalding, she puts it up no good. Rebounds loose for it. Picked up by Kotler, but she has it stolen away. And up with it now, finally, for Eastern Hancock is Best. Best gives it off to Smith. Her 17-foot jump shot's off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled off by Spalding. It puts it up, no good. Finally cleared off by Malia Walker. She gets it off to her sister. Now gets up to Potler on the left baseline. Potler trapped in the corner. Gets it off to Mackenzie Walker, left wing. Mackenzie dribble centers it. Still on the dribble. Dribbles right wing. She penetrates into the lane, puts up a runner. It's no good, but then get a reach-in foul against Eastern Hancock. I say it's on the floor before the shot. So the Broncos will take it out underneath their own basket. That foul goes against Spalding. That's her second. They trigger the ball inbounds. 15-footer is up and good by Heather Potler. Makes it a 6-6 contest here at the 5:28 mark of quarter number one. Into the front court with it for Eastern Hancock is Best. She goes high right side to Spalding, back to Best. Now high post. They kick it back out to Spalding. Her 19-footer's up and good. Makes it an 8-6 Lady Royal lead. The Royals, 1-2-1-1 three-quarter court pressure. Craig gets it in the front court, tries to pass it up ahead to Potler, but it's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Bronco basketball in front of the Royal bench. Substitution for Eastern Hancock into the lineup for the first time this evening is number 24, Bella Whitty. Walker gets the ball inbounds to Craig. Craig with it high right side. Working against pressure from Whitty. Comes near side to Potler. Potler uses the ball screen. Penetrates into the middle. Kicks it out to Walker. Walker high right wing. Tries to go down inside to Voss. She does. She puts it up. No good, but Audrey's fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And that foul, I believe they're going to get O'Neal of Eastern. The first free throw is up, and it's short by Audrey Voss. Audrey readies her second one. This one's up and good. Trims the Royal lead to 1, 8-7. In the front court with it is Best for Eastern Hancock. She goes high post with it to Whitty. They kick it down left baseline. 15-foot jump shot by O'Neal is up and good. Makes it a 10-7 Lady Royal lead. Craig gets it into the front court to Potler. Potler being pressured, gives it back off to Craig. Craig dribble centers it. She's being pressured by Whitty. Comes high near side to Walker now to Potler. Potler left wing looks, gets it out on top to Voss. Another three-pointer by Voss. This one's too strong. Rebound's cleared off by O'Neal of Eastern Hancock. She gives it off to Best. Best now between the circles, goes high post, turnaround jump shot by Whitty is up and good from 14 feet. Makes it a 12-7 Lady Royal lead. Craig in the backcourt, working against pressure, gives it to Walker. Walker skips it across to Malia. Malia on the left baseline, kicks it out to Potler. Potler drives left baseline, thinks better of it, gets it back out on top to Mackenzie Walker. She drives the lane, puts up a runner. It's up and good. Mackenzie Walker takes it all the way to the basket to make it a 9-12 Royal lead. Broncos trim it to 3. Powler picking up Best between the circles. Best goes high post with it to Whitty. Whitty kicks it out to, they go down inside. They try to go inside to Whitty, but it's a loose ball picked up by Smith, who knocks down the 12-foot jumper, makes it a 14-9 Royal lead with a 3:20 to go here in quarter number 1. Ball comes near side to Malia Walker. She goes down inside to Voss. Voss's little jump shot's knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Eastern. So the Lady Broncos will have it underneath out of bounds. Substitution as O'Neal sits down, and into the lineup is Skyla Smith. Broncos trigger the ball on bounds. 3-pointer from the right wing from Mackenzie Walker is up and good. Trims the Lady Royal lead to 2. 14-12 as we near the 3-minute mark here, quarter number 1. High post, top of the key. Stolen away by Pollard. She takes to the length of the court, puts up a layup. It's no good, but she's fouled by Duncan of Eastern Hancock. So Power will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Heather readies that first free throw. It's up and good. Potler's second free throw is often also good. Knots things up at 14 apiece here with 2:50 to play here in quarter number 1. Into the front court with for Eastern Hancock is Best. She goes high left baseline to Smith. Back out on top to Best, being pressured by Powler. Best penetrates in the middle, has it knocked away, loose on the court, picked up by Smith. They get it back out on top to Best. She goes down inside to Duncan. Check that, make it Smith. Loose on the court, skips it across near side. They go down on the baseline to Whitty. Whitty's jump shot in the lane's no good, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. We'll see what Lady Bronco they're going to get for this one. Could have been one of 2 or 3 people. They're going to get Audrey Voss. That's her first free throw there by Whitty is up, no good. Bella Whitty readies your second free throw. This one's up and good, makes it a 15-14 ball game. Lady Royals lead it by 1. Mackenzie Walker with it for the Broncos into the front court. Working against the man-to-man. She dribbles right wing. Looking, stays on the dribble, now drives the right baseline, puts up another runner and scores in the lane. Makes it a 16-15 ball game. Lady Broncos in the lead for the first time in some time. Into the front court with it for Eastern Hancock is Duncan. Duncan goes high post. They kick it back on top to Best. Her long 3-pointer's no good. Rebound fought for, put back up by Eastern Hancock Smith. It's no good. She gets her own rebound, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul against the Lady Broncos. And that's going to go against Voss, and that is her second. Be Lady Royal basketball out of bounds underneath. Duncan will trigger it in. She gets it inside under the basket to Smith, gives it off to her sister, and a basket is scored there by Skyla Smith in the lane. Makes it 17-16 Lady Royals. Mackenzie Walker with it in the backcourt being pressured. Finally gets it across the timeline. Penetrates into the lane. Puts up another runner. This one's too strong. Loose on the floor. Fought for. Out of bounds. And they say it's going to be Lady Royal basketball. 17-16 your score. Eastern Hancock leads it by 1. Minute 30 to play in quarter number 1. Across the timeline with it for Eastern Hancock is Best. Best now between the circles goes right wing to Duncan. Duncan looks. Goes high post with it to Smith, kicks it back to right wing to Best. Best back to Smith in the high post. Her turnaround 15-foot jump shot is up and good. Makes it a 19-16 Lady Royal lead as we near the 1-minute mark. Walker with it. Being pressured and traps, gets it across the timeline to her sister Malia. She goes down into the paint and gives a runner is missed there by Potler. Rebounds cleared off by Best of Eastern Hancock. Best trapped near the 10-second line. Finally makes a bad pass, picked up by Mackenzie Walker. She takes it the length of the court. Jump stop, puts it up, scores. Makes it a 19-18 contest with 45 seconds to play here in the quarter. Broncos trail it by 1. Between the circles with it is Best. She goes high left side to Smith, back to Best. Now on the near side, it comes to Duncan, goes in the high post to Whitty. Whitty spins, drives, has it knocked away, but she's fouled. It'll be Lady Royal basketball underneath their own basket. We'll see who they get on the reach-in foul there. Foul goes against Ashley Craig. That's her first. Voss sits down. Eastern triggers the ball in bounds. It comes to Whitty. Whitty goes down inside. Turnaround jump shot is up and good there by number 44, Jenna Smith. Makes it a 21-18 Royal lead as we near the 22nd mark. Into the front court, it comes to Walker. Walker tries to skip it across to Allen, but it's kicked. The Broncos possession stills. They'll take it out of bounds underneath their own basket. 21-18 your score, 19.2 seconds to go here, quarter number one. Royals lead it by 3. Walker gets the ball in bounds to Allen. She takes it to the basket and has it blocked away, but she's fouled. So to the line for the Lady Broncos will be Hannah Allen. Foul goes against Best of Eastern Hancock. That's her first, team's 5th of the half. Allen's first free throw is up and good. Hannah readies her second one. This one's in and out, no good. Rebound loose, fought for. Finally picked up by the Royals. Best with it across the timeline. 11 seconds to play in the quarter with it. Now Best comes near side to Duncan. Duncan back out on top to Best. 6 seconds. They go down inside. Shot is up, no good. Rebound fought for. It's put back up, no good by Whitty. Smith puts it back up, no good, and that's going to do it for quarter number one as the Lady Royals take a 21-19 lead into the quarter break. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball, Daleville Athletics. (21-19) your score. Eastern Hancock leads it after 1 quarter of play. Mackenzie Walker will trigger it in to get things started here in the second quarter in front of the Bronco cheering section. She gets the ball in bounds to Ashton Craig. Craig now between the circles working against the man-to-man defense from Eastern. She gives it off to Potler, but it's kicked, knocked away. Craig picks it back up. Now Potler with it between the circles. Still on the dribble. Comes near side to Mackenzie Walker. Walker looks, uses the ball screen from Allen, penetrates, backs it back out. Step back, 3-pointers up too strong. Rebound fought for, finally cleared off by Smith of Eastern Hancock. She's tied up. Alternate possession, points in favor of the Lady Royals. Best with it now for Eastern. Broncos still in a 2-3 zone. Best now comes near side to Duncan. Duncan between the circles now goes high left side. They work it around the perimeter. Far side with it was Best. Now they get it out on top to O'Neal. Back to Best, back to O'Neal. O'Neal penetrates in the lane, puts up a running 14-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound is put back up and in by Smith of Eastern Hancock. Makes it a 23-19 Lady Royal lead. Craig into the front court now for the Lady Broncos. She goes high right side to Malia Walker, now to Mackenzie on the right wing. Mackenzie gets it out on top to Allen. Allen looking, Goes down the right baseline to Craig. Craig's three-pointer from the right baseline's in and out, no good. Rebound cleared off by Smith of Eastern Hancock. She gives it off to Best, nearly stolen away. Best now into the front court. Penetrates, goes high left wing to Duncan. Duncan's three-pointer left wing's off the iron, no good. Rebound loose and fought for, picked up by O'Neal. O'Neal kicks it out. Now a three-pointer straight away by Best is up and good. Makes it a 26-19 Lady Royal lead. Craig into the front court for the Lady Broncos. Goes high post to Malia Walker. Malia now looks, gives it off to McKenzie. McKenzie thinks about it, but thinks better, and then steps back, puts up a three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound cleared off by Smith of Eastern Hancock. She gives it off to Best. Best into the front court. Goes right wing to Duncan. Now high post to Smith. Now to Best. Another three-pointer straight away is short by Best and out of bounds. Possession to the Lady Broncos. Substitution for Eastern Hancock, or correction, for Daleville. Audrey Voss re-enters the lineup. Also re-entering the lineup for the Lady Royals is Whitty, as Skyla Smith sits down. Mackenzie Walker into the front court, goes high post to Malia. Malia looks, gives it off to Craig. Craig thinks about the three, gives it off to Mackenzie Walker, left wing. Mackenzie now on the dribble. Penetrates into the lane, goes down inside to Voss. Voss's shot in the lane's no good. Blocked away, but we're going to get a foul. Oh, my goodness, they say it's on the floor. So it'll be Bronco basketball. Out of bounds underneath their own basket, much to the dismay of the local faithful. Mackenzie Walker triggers it inbound to Malia. Malia gets to Craig. Craig back to Mackenzie on the baseline. Three-pointer. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound's cleared off by Whitty of Eastern Hancock. She gives it off to Best. Now gets up to Duncan, right wing. Back to Best between the circles. Now to Duncan. Goes into the mid-post. Turnaround jump shot is too strong there by the Lady Royals. Rebounds, shots put up, no good. Another shot is put up there by Smith. It's no good, but she's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. First attempt there on that last succession there was by Whitty. So 3 shots missed in that possession, but the Broncos picked up a foul down on the inside, so the Eastern Hancock Lady Royals will be shooting the free throw. The first free throw by Jenna Smith is no good. And Allen re-enters the lineup for Smith as for Voss, as Audrey has picked up a third foul. She'll probably sit the rest of this half. Second free throw by Smith, up and good. Makes it a 27-19 ball game. 5:05 to play here, quarter number 2. Craig into the front court for the Broncos. Penetrates into the middle of the lane. Has it knocked away. Loose on the court, fought for. And we got to finally have a whistle. And what's it going to be? Traveling call against the Lady Broncos. Gives it back off to Eastern Hancock. 4:52 to go here, quarter number 2. Substitution for Eastern Hancock into the ballgame for the first time tonight is Caroline Stapleton, as Best sits down. Stapleton with it into the front court. Goes high left side to O'Neal. O'Neal drives left baseline, passes it down inside to Whitty to get it back out on top to Stapleton. Stapleton goes back inside to Whitty, but it's knocked away, and it's picked up by Malia Walker of Daleville. She gives it off to McKenzie. McKenzie into the front court. 30 feet from the basket, reverses it to Malia. Now left wing, it goes to Potler. Potler looks, directs traffic. She penetrates, backs it back out. Now skips it across to Craig, right wing. She drives right baseline, backs it back out, looks. Finally gives it off to Malia Walker, high right side. Walker now to McKenzie. McKenzie Walker penetrates into the lane, spin dribble. She's cut off, got a whistle, and they say she traveled. Gives the ball back over to Eastern Hancock as Best re-enters the lineup, replacing Duncan. 27-19 your score, 4:05 to play, quarter number 2. Eastern Hancock leads it by 8. Best with it between the circles for the Royals, goes high post. They kick it out on the left wing. There's a 15-foot jump shot by O'Neal. It's no good. Rebound is fought for. We got a whistle, a foul on the rebound against Eastern Hancock. give the ball back over to Daleville. We'll see who they're going to get that. Foul goes against number 24, and that is Bella Whitty. And that's the 7th foul, so the Broncos will be in the bonus, and Heather Powler will shoot a 1-and-1. Heather's first free throw's up and good. We got a whistle and a timeout by Eastern Hancock. And with that, we'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School, where Heather Powler is going to shoot the second free throw of her 1-and-1. Heather eyes it and flies it. It's all around the rim, no good. Rebound's cleared off by O'Neill of Eastern Hancock. She gives it off to Best. Best now working against pressure from Powler, loses it momentarily, tries to pass left wing, but has it knocked out of bounds by Ashlyn Craig. Lady Royals will have the ball in bounds in front of the Bronco bench. 27-20 your score. Lady Royals lead at 3:46 to go here, quarter number 2. Best with it now, 40 feet from the basket, gives it off to Stapleton. She goes down on the baseline. She gets it back. Her shot's up no good, but it's put back up and in by Smith. Makes it a 29-20 ball game. Broncos with it now. Malia Walker in the front court. Goes left wing to Powler. She tries to go inside to Craig, but it's stolen away by Best. She gives it off to O'Neill, back to Best. Best with it, penetrates into the lane, puts up a little runner. It's too strong. Rebounds loose, fought for. Nearly picked up by the Broncos, but it's picked up by Eastern Hancock. There's a 18-footers up and no good by Spalding. Rebound cleared off by Ashlyn Craig of Daleville. Craig now to Walker, now to Powler. Powler looks left wing, gets it out on top to Allen. Allen now right wing, it goes to Mackenzie Walker. She goes down inside to Powler. Powler's jump shot in the lane's up and good. Makes it a 29-22 contest. Broncos trim the lead to 7. 2:45 to play, quarter number 2. Eastern with it being pressured. Half-court pressured by the Broncos. There's a runner in the lane, is up and no good by Stapleton, but the rebound basket is put back in by, I believe that was O'Neill, making it a 31-22 contest. Walker with it now to Powler. Powler out on top to Allen. Allen reverses it to Mackenzie Walker, right wing. Walker penetrates into the lane, puts up a little runner. It's no good, but she's fouled. So Mackenzie Walker looked to be a little bit out of control there, but she was fouled on the play, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul is going to go against Skyla Smith. And that of Eastern Hancock, that's her first team's 8th. So Walker shooting one of the bonus. It's too strong. I take that back. She was in the act of shooting. She misses her first free throw, but she will have a second. Substitution sitting down for Eastern Hancock is Stapleton, and back into the lineup. If I can see your number. Second free throw by Walker is up and good. Back into the lineup is Duncan. 31-23 your score. 2:10 to play. 2:10 to play here in the second quarter. Right baseline with it for Eastern Hancock is Spalding to get it back out onto top. The Best. She passes it down inside to Smith. Her shot's no good. Rebounds fought for. Smith gets it. It's loose on the court. And finally picked up by Best. Best gets left wing three-pointer is up by Duncan. It's too strong. Rebound cleared off by Mackenzie Walker of Daleville. Walker into the front court. Between the circles. Looking, crossover dribble into the lane. She puts up a runner. It's up no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. Foul, I believe, is going to go against Jocelyn Duncan. That's her first team's 9th. Walker's first free throw rattles around, falls off. Eastern Hancock replacing Spalding. That is Jenna Smith. Walker readies her second free throw. It's up and good. Makes it a 31-24 contest. Lady Royals lead it. Minute 35 to play here, quarter number 2. Ball's knocked away in the backcourt by Powler, but it's picked up by Duncan of Eastern Hancock. She has it on the right wing. Has it knocked away momentarily loose. Finally stolen away by Mackenzie Walker. Walker up quickly. Passes it up ahead to Powler. Powler loses it, and it's picked up by Smith of Eastern Hancock. We're going to get Heather on the reach-in foul there. She's a little bit frustrated having lost possession, and it's going to be a foul against Heather. It'll be Eastern Hancock basketball. They'll still go the length of the court. That's Butler's second foul. Comes with a minute 15 to play here, quarter number 2. Broncos trail it by 7. Broncos still in the extended 1-3-1 half-court defense. High left side with it for Eastern Hancock is Duncan. She goes high post, kicks it back out to Best. Best passes it down into the post to Smith. Smith tries to kick it out, but it's stolen away by Potler. Potler has it knocked away. It's loose on the court, and we're going to get a whistle. What are they going to call? Jump ball. Broncos retain possession. We're under a minute to play here in the second quarter. Broncos still trail it by 7. Walker triggers it into Craig. Craig between the circles, goes high post to Walker. Now left wing it goes to Potler. Potler left wing drives left baseline, has it knocked away. Broncos will retain possession. That was O'Neal on the defense. Kenzie Walker will trigger it in. 46 seconds to play here, quarter number 2. Walker passes it into Malia. Malia drives the right side, puts up a runner. It's good. Makes it a 31-26 contest as we're under 40 seconds to play. Best with it, working against pressure from Potler. Goes high post to Smith. She gives it off to Duncan. Duncan now, 35 feet from the basket, high left side, being pressured by Potler. Now Best. Best goes right wing to Smith, back out to Best. Best between the circles, 23 seconds to play. They work it around the perimeter, and they try to pass it out, but it's nearly stolen away. Loose in the backcourt, picked up by Best of Eastern Hancock. Best, under 14 seconds, they go down inside, and they find a wide open Smith. Makes it a 33-26 contest with 7 seconds to play. Powler with it left wing, 4 seconds to play. Craig now, 2 seconds. They're not going to get the shot off, as that's the way the quarter's going to end, or the half's going to end, I should say, with the score being Eastern Hancock 33, Daleville 26. We'll take a couple-minute break and hopefully be back with some halftime numbers. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School where the Eastern Hancock Lady Royals jumped out to a 21-19 lead at the end of the first quarter. Then the Lady Royals outscored Daleville 12-7 in the second quarter to give us the score at halftime, which is 33-26, as the Lady Bronco junior high players are assembling down on one end of the court. I believe they're going to be recognized at halftime this evening. And as we said before, it's senior night. The Lady Broncos had just one senior that was recognized before the ball game, that, of course, being Mackenzie Walker. We are going to take another break. And as I said, hopefully we'll have the halftime numbers. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. back here at Daleville High School, where the Eastern Hancock Lady Royals hold a 33-26 lead at halftime. We'll look at the halftime scoring first for the visiting Lady Royals of Eastern Hancock. Number 15, Haley Best, had one 3-point field goal in the second quarter for 3 points. Number 44, Jenna Smith, had 4 2-point field goals and was 1 of 2 from the line for 9 points. Number 33, Jocelyn Duncan, she had 2 3-point field goals in the first quarter of play for 6 points. Number 10, Allie Spalding, had 1 2-point field goal in the first quarter for 2 points. Number 2, Chloe O'Neill, also had 1 2-point field goal in the first quarter for 2 points. Number 24, Bella Whitty, was 1 for 2 from the line for 1 point. And number 14, Skyla Smith, had 5 2-point field goals for 10 points. So the Lady Royals were led by the 10 points of Skyla Smith and the 9 points of her sister. I'm assuming they're sisters, could be wrong there, but the 9 points of Jenna Smith. Looking at the Lady Broncos, they were led in the first half scoring by senior Mackenzie Walker. She had 3 2-point field goals, 1 3-point field goal, and was 3 of 6 from the line. So she had 13 points in the first half. Her sister Malia had 1 2-point field goal in the second quarter for 2 points. Heather Patler had 2 2-point field goals, was 3 of 4 from the line for 7 points. Audrey Voss had 1 3-point field goal, was 1 of 2 from the line for 4 points. And off the bench for the Lady Broncos was Hannah Allen. She was 1 of 2 from the line for 1 point. So the Lady Broncos were led by the 13 points of Mackenzie Walker and the 7 points of Heather Powler. Again, your halftime score, Eastern Hancock 33, Daleville 26. We'll take another break and be back with some third quarter action. You're listening to Lady Bronco basketball on Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, we're just about ready to get things started here in the third quarter of play. Broncos come back with their starters with Walker, Voss, Craig, and Potler. Royals triggering the ball inbounds on the near side. It will be Spalding. She'll trigger it into Best. Best now into the front court. Gives it off to Spalding. Back to Best between the circles. She goes high post to Smith. Kicks it up right side to Duncan. They work it around the perimeter. Now on the left baseline, it goes to Spalding. She puts a wild shot. It's no good. Rebounds cleared off by Craig of Daleville. Ashland between the circles. Drives right side. Into the lane. Puts it up and scores. Ashland Craig. Hey, how you... Eastern Hancock basketball. Best with it between the circles. Goes high post. Goes down on the baseline now. There's a three-pointer left baseline by Duncan's up and good. Makes it a 36-28 ball game. 7 minutes to play here, quarter number 3. Craig between the circles. She goes high left side. Now left wing to Duncan. Duncan out top of the key to Voss. She thinks about it, but passes it near side to Walker. Walker goes in on side to Potler. Her shot's up in the lane. No good. Rebound. Fought for. Cleared off by Eastern Hancock. Best with it now. Into the front court. She's high left side, working against pressure. Goes high right side. Duncan thinks about a three-pointer, but shuffles her feet. Turnover, gives the ball back over to Daleville. 36-28 your score. 6:35 to play here, quarter number 3. Craig to Walker. Walker gives it, thinks about giving to Potler, finally gives it off to McKenzie. McKenzie goes high left side to Craig. Craig's 19-footer off the front iron, no good. Rebounds cleared off by O'Neill of Eastern Hancock. She gets it off to Best. Best working against pressure from Potler. Goes high right side to Spalding. Gives it off to O'Neill, who puts up a 15-footer and scores it. Makes it a 38-28 Eastern Hancock lead as we near the 6-minute mark here, quarter number 3. Walker, high left side to Potler. Potler on the left wing. Penetrates, has it knocked away momentarily, retains possession, gives it off to Ashton Craig. Craig now dribble centers, and we're going to get a reach-in foul against Best. So Broncos will retain possession. They'll have it out of bounds here on the near side. Walker gets the ball in bounds to Craig. Craig now right wing, looking. Gives it off to Voss in the high post. Voss drives the right side of the lane, gives it off to Malia Walker on the baseline. They go back inside to Voss. Voss's layup's up and good. Nice pass by Malia Walker. Nice finish by Audrey Voss. Makes it a 38-20 contest. Best with it now into the front court for Eastern Hancock. Working against the 1-3-1 from Daleville. Best. High left side it comes to Duncan. Duncan between the circles. Goes high right side to Spalding. Back to Duncan. Goes high post to Smith. Smith with it. Gives it off now to O'Neill. Goes down the right baseline. To Spalding. Her shot's no good, but the rebound is cleared off by Smith, who puts it up and scores, and she's fouled. So to the line will go Jenna Smith for Eastern Hancock to look to extend the 10-point lead of the Lady Royals. That foul for Daleville goes against Ashland Craig. Jenna Smith's free throw. It's up and good. It's at 41-30. Biggest lead of the ball game for Eastern Hancock at 11. We're under 5 minutes to play. Mackenzie Walker between the circles. Still on the dribble. Mackenzie goes high right side to Potler. Potler drives the right baseline, has it knocked out of bounds. Broncos will retain possession. Mackenzie Walker looks, gets it into Ashland Craig. Back to Walker on the baseline, goes down inside to Voss, has it knocked out of bounds. Broncos again will retain possession. They'll have it out of bounds underneath their own basket. Ashlyn Craig triggers it into Mackenzie Walker, right wing, goes top of the key to Poutler. Poutler looks, gives it off to Ashlyn Craig. Craig now right baseline to Mackenzie Walker. Her three-pointer's up, off the front iron, no good. Rebounds loose and fought for. Finally cleared off by Best, and she's tied up. We're going to get a reach-in foul against Daleville, I believe. Nope, the officials confer. They say it's a jump ball. I thought for sure they were going to nail the Broncos, but Broncos actually will retain possession as the possession arrows facing their way. Walker gets the ball and bounce to Malia. Malia now to Ashlyn Craig. Craig back to Mackenzie Walker. Walker penetrates into the lane. Tries to dump it off the Voss, but it's knocked away, loose on the court. Finally picked up by Best of Eastern Hancock. Best into the front court. Goes high right side to Duncan. Duncan back to Best, high right side. 4 minutes to play here, quarter number 3. Baseline, it goes to Duncan. Back out on top to Best. Now top of the key to Smith. Back to Best, high right side. Now Smith at the top of the key. Now it goes down the baseline to Spalding. Her little jump shot's no good. Rebound cleared off by Poutler. And where they're going to get O'Neal on the reach-in foul for Eastern Hancock. Just the second foul of the half for Eastern Hancock. But with that, Ashley Faust wants to talk things over for the Broncos, so we'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, where it's Lady Bronco basketball. 41-30 your score, 3:43 to play, quarter number 3. Broncos trail it by 11. Ashlyn Craig now. Dribbles right wing. She looks. Gives the top of the key to Poutler. Poutler looks, goes left wing to Mackenzie Walker. She goes down inside to Voss, but it's lost. And up with it for Eastern Hancock is Duncan. Duncan gives it off between the circles to. Now Duncan has it back. Top of the key, it goes to Smith. Smith down on the baseline. It goes to Best. Best three-pointer left baseline's up and good. Extends the Lady Royal lead to 14, and Coach Faust wants another timeout. 44-30 your score, 3:06 to play, quarter number 3. Broncos take a full timeout. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball and Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, the Eastern Hancock Lady Royals hold a 14-point lead, 44-30 with 3:06 to play, quarter number 3. Daleville basketball. They'll be going the length of the court. Kenzie Walker triggers the ball and bounds to Ashlyn Craig. Craig now goes high left side to Malia Walker. Left wing it goes now to Poutler, top of the key to Voss. Voss works it near side to Mackenzie Walker. Walker now to Malia. Malia's 18-footer straightaways, hard off the back iron, no good. Rebounds cleared off by Best of Eastern Hancock. Best into the front court. Broncos still look to be in a 2-3 zone. They go near side to Spalding. They go high post back to Spalding on the left baseline. Her 19-footer's too strong. Rebounds cleared off by Craig of Daleville. Craig drives the lane. Nearly travels, and they're going to call her for a travel. Looks like she may have kept her pivot foot down, but they're going to get her for the travel nonetheless. Gives the ball back over to Eastern Hancock. Lara Kendall's going to enter the lineup for the first time tonight for Daleville, replacing Ashlyn Craig. Duncan triggers the ball in bounds. The two Best for Eastern Hancock. Best now between the circles. Goes high right side with it to Spalding. Back to Best. Now back to Spalding. Then she goes high post to O'Neill. O'Neill's runner in the lane is up off the back iron. No good, but it's tipped out to Best. Best tries to go down inside to Spalding, but it's knocked away. Best picks it up, though. Now Smith with it in the lane. Smith kicks it out to Duncan. Duncan. Now, top of the key, it goes to Smith. Smith now to Best, and we're going to get a whistle as the near side official discusses something with Mackenzie Walker. Not quite sure what the problem is. Maybe possible injury as he looks at her face and possibly her mouth. I don't know if there's a little blood there, but they're going to give the ball to Eastern Hancock on the far side in front of their own bench. Cutler, correction substitution there going out for Eastern Hancock is O'Neill. Best with it, goes high right side to Duncan. Back to Best between the circles, now high post to Smith, now to Duncan. Duncan now between the circles to Best, now near side it comes to Spalding, back to Best. She goes down inside to Whitty. Whitty kicks it out to Smith. Now it's on top. Three-pointer straight away is up and good by Best. Extends the Lady Royal lead to 17 at the 1:20 mark of quarter number 3. Power with it left wing for Daleville. She looks, gives it off to Voss. Now near side it comes to Kendall. Now to Walker. Malia Walker gives it off to Powler right wing. Powler uses her dribble, gives it up to Mackenzie Walker. She drives, spins in the lane. We're going to get a whistle. What's it going to be? Looked like it might have been able to be a travel, and I think that's what they called. Didn't see the signal there, but it gives the ball over to Eastern Hancock nonetheless. As we're under a minute to play, Eastern looks to extend the already formidable 17-point lead. Best now into the front court. In no hurry, goes high right side to Spalding, back to Best between the circles. Near side, it comes to Duncan. She goes down inside to Whitty. They get it back out on top to Spalding. Spalding 40 feet away. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Eastern looks like they may be wanting to hold for one shot. Near side, it comes to Duncan. Back to Best. Now far side, it goes to Spalding. She skips it over to Best. Best now top of the key to Duncan. Duncan goes down inside to Whitty. Whitty back out on top. Three-pointer by Duncan is too strong, out of bounds. It goes via Bronco basketball with 16 seconds to play. Broncos certainly could stand to cut into the 17-point lead before the quarter break. Walker triggers the ball inbounds to Kendall, gives it back to Walker. Walker across the timeline. Looks, goes high left side to Malia, now to Powler. Powler looks, tries to go back inside to Walker. She puts it up in the lane, no good, gets her own rebound, puts it back up again, no good, but this time she's fouled. So Mackenzie Walker will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 3.6 seconds to play here in quarter number 3. That foul goes against Spalding of Eastern Hancock. Mackenzie's first free throw up and good. Substitution in the lineup for Eastern Hancock once again is O'Neill as Spalding sits down. Walker's second free throw is up and good. Makes it a 47-32 contest with 3 seconds to play. 2 seconds, 1 second. Best goes up to O'Neill. Her three-pointer from the right wing's no good, and that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Eastern Hancock holds a 15-point lead, 47-32, and we'll take a break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, where in the third quarter of play, Eastern Hancock outscored the Lady Broncos 14-6 there in the third quarter to up the lead to 15, 47-32. It's Eastern Hancock basketball here to start the fourth quarter of play. Best with it into the front court, comes near side to Duncan. Duncan now back on the baseline to Best. Best skips it across to O'Neill. Her 18-footer is up off the iron, no good, loose, fought for, lost out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Royals, gives the ball back over to the Lady Broncos. Broncos put up just 6 points there in quarter number 3 after putting up only 7 in the second quarter, so they're going to have to heat things up significantly here if they want to get back in this ball game. Craig with it, right wing for Daleville. Looks, reverses to Mackenzie Walker. Walker between the circles. She's guarded closely there as she penetrates into the lane, puts up a left-handed runner, is up and good, makes it a 47-34 contest. Broncos pick up with pressure, nearly full court pressure with it now. And Duncan looked to travel. We're going to whistle. Yep, traveling call. Gives the ball back over to the Broncos. So Broncos trim the lead to 13, have an opportunity to cut into it even more here as they take it, if they can take advantage of the turnover that they just forced. Sitting down for Eastern Hancock is Whitty. Craig with it now into the front court for Daleville. She goes right elbow to Potler. We've got a foul against Eastern Hancock, and that is the 4th foul against the Royals here in the half. Mackenzie Walker triggered the ball inbounds for Daleville. Walker gets the ball inbounds to Voss, kicks it back out to Walker. Her three-pointer right baseline's too strong. Rebound fought for, out of bounds. Last touch by Heather Powler gives the ball back over to Eastern Hancock. 47-34 your score, 7:06 to play, quarter number 4. Eastern Hancock gets the ball inbounds, working against full court pressure from Daleville. They get it up to the timeline to Smith. Smith dribbles the right side, tries to pass it inside. We're going to get a whistle and a kick, I believe, against the Broncos. Eastern Hancock will retain possession. O'Neill will trigger the ball in bounds. Broncos set up in a 2-3 zone against the out-of-bounds play. O'Neill lobs it up high to Smith. Smith's jump shot in the lane's in and out, no good. Rebound's pulled down by O'Neill. She puts it back up, no good. Rebound's finally fought for and cleared off by Powell. We got a whistle, and I think we're going to have an injury timeout, as it looked like one of the Royals went down hard, may have hit her head on the floor. Coach Dowd and also a trainer comes over to take a look at her. Both teams go to their respective benches. (47-34) your score, 6:50 to play in the ball game. We'll take a short break. We'll come back after this injury timeout. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball, Daleville Athletics. The injured player for Eastern Hancock was number 14, Skylar Smith. She gets up to a round of applause, but they take her over to the corner onto a chair there, and the trainers tend to her, so she looks like she may be out for an extended period of time, especially with the concussion protocol of the day being what it is. Bronco basketball, high near side, it comes to Malia Walker. Now it goes to Powler on the right wing. Powler, three-pointer, right wing's in and out. No good. Rebound fought for, cleared off by Craig. She puts it up and scores underneath the basket, trims the Bronco lead, or the Royal lead to 11. She'll have a chance to cut it to 10 if she can convert the free throw. Free throw by Craig's up and good. Trims the Bronco, or the Royal lead, I should say, to 10. Broncos picking up in full court pressure. We'll see if they can turn it over again. Nearly did, as Mackenzie Walker nearly came up with the steal, went out of bounds. Broncos in a 1-2-1-1 full court press. Substitution for Eastern Hancock. Spalding sits down into the lineup, comes Whitty. Potler in the front of the press. She and Craig trap, but it's split there by Best. Best quickly into the front court, drives the lane, tries to dump it down to Whitty, but it's stolen away by Mackenzie Walker. Walker comes the length of the court, into the lane, puts up a runner. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Malia Walker is tied up there by Whitty. We'll see. No, I take that back. It was Malia Walker. We've got a whistle. They're going to get Daleville for the foul. Number of things could have called there. Unfortunately, it was the worst thing possible for Daleville as they get the Broncos for the foul. That goes against Malia Walker, second. Eastern Hancock gets the ball in bounds. Up with it is Duncan. Duncan comes near side to Whitty, who stumbles and loses it out of bounds. Looked like it should have been a travel, but it's going to be the Broncos basketball nonetheless, as Broncos have a chance to cut into this 10-point lead. Broncos have hurried Eastern Hancock into about 3 turnovers here in the last couple minutes of play. Craig with it now for Daleville. She's being pressured there by Best. Craig drives the lane, loses it, regains control, puts it up in the lane. It's no good. Rebound's fought for, pulled off by Powell. We got a whistle and a jump ball called. Possession arrow points in favor of the Broncos, so they'll retain possession. Substitution sitting down is Whitty. Back into the lineup is Spalding for Eastern Hancock. Mackenzie Walker triggers the ball in bounds. Looking. Finally gets the ball in bounds to Malia. Malia's runner in the lane's no good, but it's picked up and put back in there by Audrey Voss. Trims the Lady Royal lead to 8. Broncos picking up with full court pressure. Smith with it, gets it up to Spalding. Spalding right wing, drives to the basket, puts it up, no good. We got a whistle, a blocking foul is going to go against Audrey Voss, and I think that's her 4th. They say it's Voss, and I was correct. That is her 4th foul. To the line for Eastern Hancock goes Spalding. Her first shot's up and good. Makes it a 48-39 contest at the moment. Spalding ready's her second one. This one's off the back iron, no good, but rebound is cleared off by O'Neill of Eastern Hancock. She kicks it out to Best, goes down on the left baseline to Spalding. Spalding in trouble. Tries to kick it out, and it's loose and picked up by Mackenzie Walker. Walker dumps it off to Potler. Potler loses it, but regains control. Finally, it's stolen away by Eastern Hancock's O'Neill. O'Neill gives it off to Best as the Broncos squander an opportunity there to cut into the lead even further. She gets it up on the right side to O'Neill. Back out to Best between the circles. Best now penetrates, gives it off to Duncan. Duncan left wing, now goes down the baseline to Spalding. Back to Duncan, now high post to Smith. Smith kicks it out. They work it around the perimeter. O'Neill gets it back out. Now Smith with it. They skip it over far side to Best. Best. Three-pointer now is up by Duncan. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound pulled off by Mackenzie Walker. Walker up with it quickly. Mackenzie now backs it out. Now stop and go into the lane, puts up a shot, no good. No, it falls in. We got a whistle. Oh, they say she traveled. Another bad break there against the Broncos. It looks like they were going to trim the lead to 7, but instead it's a turnover. Gives the ball back over to Eastern Hancock. 4:36 to play. Royals still lead it by 9, but it's stolen away by Power. Power gives it off to Walker. Walker's running the lanes off the backboard. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Voss. Or Walker, I should say. Then gets it off to Voss. Power spots up for a 3. It's no shot. We got a whistle. And they say timeout before the shot was taken. So Coach Fouch gets the timeout before the shot's taken. Full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. (48-39) your score. Eastern Hancock leads it by 9. It's going to be Bronco basketball underneath their own basket. Broncos come back with their starting lineup. Both Walkers, Potler, Voss, and Craig. Ashton will trigger the ball in bounds. 4:22 to play in the ball game. She gets it in bounds to Walker. Walker to Potler. Potler on the dribble right side, gives it off to Ashton Craig. Craig spots up for the three-pointer from the right wing. It's off the front iron, no good. Rebound's cleared off by Smith of Eastern Hancock. She gives it off to Best. Best being pressured there by Potler. Top of the key, it goes to Smith. Her jump shot's no good. Rebound's cleared off by Walker of Daleville. McKenzie into the front court. Steps back, three-pointer. It's off the iron, no good. Rebound fought for, put back up by Potler and in. Makes it a 48-41 lead for Eastern Hancock. Broncos trim it to 7. Up with it for Eastern Hancock is Duncan. She goes down inside to O'Neal. They get it back out between the circles to Best. Best goes left wing to Spalding. Back out on top to Best, high left side. 3.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Potler pressuring Spalding in the backcourt. Spalding goes left side. Now they go down inside to Smith. Smith kicks it back out to Best. Best now on the far side to Duncan. Duncan looks, goes down the right baseline. There's a 15-footer by Spalding, is up and good, and she's fouled. So Allie Spalding knocks down a 15-foot baseline jump shot, and she will go to the free throw line to extend what's already a 10-point Eastern Hancock lead. That foul for Daleville goes against Malia Walker. That's her third. Just the fourth foul of half for Daleville. The free throw's up and no good. Rebound loose and fought for, cleared off by Ashton Craig of Daleville. Craig now between the circles, nearing the 3-minute mark. They go left wing to Potler. Potler thinks about the three, reverses it to Voss. Voss puts up a three. It's off the backboard and in. So Audrey Voss banks in a timely three-pointer, makes it a 50-43 contest. Across the timeline is Spalding for Eastern Hancock, gets it off the Best, now 40 feet straight away. Goes down on the baseline to Duncan. Duncan loses it momentarily, got a whistle. I say it was last touch by Daleville. Gives the possession is maintained by Eastern Hancock as Duncan will trigger it in front of her own bench. Goes down the baseline to Smith, back to Duncan. Duncan spots up for a three-pointer left wing. It's up and good. So a big three-pointer there by Jocelyn Duncan makes it a 53-43 10-point spread once again for Eastern Hancock as we near the 2.5-minute mark here to go in the ball game. Craig with it now. Gives it off to Walker. Now left wing to Potler. Her three-pointer left wing's up and good. Heather Potler knocks down the three to make it a 53-46 contest. Broncos pressuring full court. We got a whistle and a turnover. Broncos force the bad pass. They'll have the ball out of bounds in front of their own bench. 2:15 to play. Substitution for Eastern Hancock into the lineup once again is Caroline Stapleton. We've got a whistle and another timeout called by the Broncos as Coach Faust tries to figure out a way to cut into this 7-point lead. We'll take a short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. (53-46) your score. Broncos have cut the Eastern Hancock lead to 7. It had been as many as 17 earlier on. Now it's been trimmed down to 7. Broncos have it. Mackenzie Walker with it between the circles. High left side, it goes to Malia, now to Ashton Craig on the left wing. She gets that on top to Voss. Another three-pointer on the way by Audrey Voss. This time it's too strong. Rebound loose and fought for on the floor. We got a no call yet. Now we got a whistle. And a jump ball called, and the possession error points in favor of the Royals. 2:01 to go in the ball game. Broncos have trimmed the lead to 7. We'll see if they can cut into it even more here. Full court pressure. Broncos with it now, Spalding, and we got a whistle, and they say turnover. Lost. Was afraid they were going to call a foul against the Broncos, but it's a turnover. Gives the ball back over to Daleville. 1:57 to go in the ball game. Mackenzie Walker will trigger the ball inbounds to Ashton Craig. Craig between the circles. Goes high left side to Walker. Now to Powler. Powler drives the left baseline but has it knocked out of bounds. Broncos will keep it. Walker triggered inbounds underneath the Bronco basket. Minute 49 to play. Broncos still trail it by 7. Walker looking, gets it into Malia. Malia down inside to Voss. Voss's turnaround jump shot in the lane's no good. Whistle. They say it was last touched by Eastern Hancock. So a break for the Broncos there. We'll see if they can take advantage of it. Walker looks, triggers it into Powler. Powler drives the lane, loses it. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Stapleton of Eastern Hancock. Broncos will have it out of bounds here in front of their own bench. Minute 40 to play. Still a 7-point spread. Voss with it. Mid lane kicks it out to Malia Walker. Whistle. They say Malia traveled. Broncos pick up in the full court diamond press once again. Smith triggers the ball and bounces Stapleton. It's loose, but it's picked up by Best. Best now in the backcourt. Finally gets it across the timeline, goes down the left side. He goes to Spalding. Spalding's jump shot on the baseline is no good. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. It looks like Audrey Voss, and she may be done. That's Audrey Voss's 5th foul, so she'll sit down here with a minute 38 to play. And replacing her will be Ellie Hostetler. To the line for Eastern Hancock goes Allie Spalding. First free throw's up and good. Spalding readies her second free throw. That one's also good. Makes it a 55-46 Eastern Hancock lead. And with that, Coach Dowd will take a timeout. We'll take another short break. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. (55-46) your score. Broncos trail it by 9. 1:28 to go in the ball game. It'll be Daleville basketball. Ashton Craig into the front court for the Broncos. Broncos need to make hay here quickly. Craig drives right side, kicks it back out on top to Powler. Her three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Rebounds put off by Malia Walker, and she puts it back up and in. Makes it a 55-48 contest. Broncos picking up with full court pressure. It's knocked out of bounds by Mackenzie Walker. Royals will maintain possession. We're down to 1:09 to play. 7 points is your spread. Best with it now in the middle of the court for Eastern Hancock. Best now working against pressure. Looks, being trapped, gets it out on top to Stapleton. Back to Best. Back to Stapleton, but it's stolen away by Walker. Walker into the front court. Loses it momentarily, picked up by Craig. Craig takes to the basket. It's off the back iron, no good. But the rebound's knocked out to Malia Walker. Now to Hostetler. Hostetler loses it momentarily, gets to Malia Walker. We've got a whistle. And what's it going to be? I don't know if the Broncos get a timeout, 30-second timeout. So we'll take a short break as well. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. (55-48) your score. 36 seconds to play in the ball game. It's Daleville basketball in front of their own bench. Mackenzie Walker will trigger the ball in bounds. Audrey Voss is already fouled out. Ellie Hostetler's taking her place. Walker gets the ball into Craig. 35 seconds now to Walker. Walker puts up a three-pointer. It's no good. Lost out of bounds off the end line. Gives the ball back to Eastern Hancock. Broncos pick up in full court pressure once again. .5 seconds to play. 1-2-1-1 zone press being applied by Daleville. And substitution, Mackenzie Walker sits down. And with that, the Broncos call off the press, down 7 with 29 seconds to play. Entering the lineup for the first time tonight for Daleville is number 10, Sky Yoder. And walking it into the front court for Eastern Hancock is Best. She gives it off to Spalding. We're down to 18 seconds. Near side it comes to Best. Best being pressured. Goes down in the mid post to Smith. Smith kicks it back out on top to Spalding. Now high right side to Stapleton, I should say. Near side it comes. Best with it now between the circles. Then where that's going to do it as the final horn sounds. Your final score is Eastern Hancock 55, Daleville 48. We'll take a break and be back with hopefully some final numbers. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. Back here at Daleville High School, where the Eastern Hancock Lady Royals have taken a 55-48 Mid-Eastern Conference victory over our own Daleville Lady Broncos. And we look at the score by quarters of the Eastern Hancock Royals jumped out to a 21-19 lead at the end of the first quarter. Then they outscored Daleville 12-7 in quarter number 2 to take a 33-26 lead into the halftime locker room. Then they came out and outscored Daleville once again in the third quarter, 14-6 to make it 47-32, a 15-point spread at the end of quarter number 3, and I believe the spread was as much as 17 there in the third quarter of play. Broncos come out in quarter number 4 and are able to outscore Eastern Hancock 16-8, but it's not enough as it simply trimmed the Royal lead to 7. 55-48. If my memory serves me correct, that was as close as the Broncos were able to get it at any point in the second half. So again, your final score, Eastern Hancock 55, Daleville 48. We'll take another break and hopefully have the final scoring totals. You're listening to Lady Bronco Basketball on Daleville Athletics. We're back here at Daleville High School for the final time after that extended break. Let's look at some final numbers quickly here. First for the visiting Lady Royals of Eastern Hancock. And we don't have scoring totals, but Collins had 4 2-point field goals and was 5 of 7 from the line for 13 points. Stapleton had 11 points. And number 14, Bednarski, had 2 2-point field goals and 1 3-point field goal for 7 points. Correction. Let me come back here. We get some final totals. I'll do a better job for you here. Eastern Hancock was led in scoring by Smith with 12, Duncan with 12, Skyla Smith had 10 points, 7 points for Spalding, 9 points for Best, and 4 points for O'Neill. So again, the Lady Broncos were led by the 12 points from Smith and Duncan, and also Skyla Smith had 10 points. The Lady Broncos, that was the Lady Royals, they were led in scoring by those players. The Broncos were led in scoring by the 16 points of Mackenzie Walker on senior night. Heather Potler added 12 points. Audrey Voss had 11. Malia Walker and Ashton Craig each had 4 points, and Hannah Allen had 1 point on the evening for the Broncos, 48 points. With the victory, that runs Eastern Hancock's record to 10-9 and 5-3 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. And the Lady Broncos record drops to 10-9 and 2-6 in Mid-Eastern Conference play. The Broncos' next game will be at Liberty Christian. That will be on Monday, January the 21st. That is going to just about do it here from Daleville High School. We'll see you next time. Good evening, everyone.